What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Technical Tuesday, the Redstone series. This week, we're going to be talking about ways to move redstone on signals. I know we've talked about sculk sensors in the past, and that's one way to do it over long distances. And I'm probably going to go over stuff I talked about in previous videos, but I just want to do one condensed video. So here, let's grab some resources first. All right. Boom. Boom. I think that's good. Alright, let's just start there. Okay, so first, obviously you have the initial, just boom, and then once this runs out, repeater. That's one way to do it. It's pretty lame, get long, but in short builds, doesn't really matter. And then, when you need to do it over long builds, a very common method is do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I want to say it's 12 powered rails. No, it's 15. 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 powered rails. Because when you do that, it lights up. Actually, I guess it's less. One. Here, wait, where was that? Alright, I have it. It's right about there. Okay, boom. Let's just test this. Okay. There. I think that one is not going to light up. Yeah, that one doesn't light up. So what you can do is there and put another one here. And when you change this block, it just ticks it really fast. So that lights up, so that one lights up. That's a way to do it many times over long distances. You could obviously just do an observer chain, but that is really slow. I mean, slower than just dust. Like, this is just slow. Don't do this. Please don't do this. Like, please, I beg of you, don't do that unless it's like in short range. Like if it's a short build and you need to get around corners and stuff and it makes sense, like I did back there in the doors, then yes, do that. But if you're doing it over like chunks and chunks, I beg of you, do not do that. For my own sanity, if I find out you do that, I'm gonna go insane. More insane. I'm already pretty insane if you can't tell by these videos. But let's do vertical now. So you're going to want observers, you do want this, since there's multiple ways to do it vertically. So the initial way is very easy. You just do this, 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 and then kind of just like flip-flops, and when that, boom, it just keeps changing up. That's slow and like inefficient sometimes since you need dust. So if you get glass instead, so glass, boom, 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 boom. You can do like this. It also works with slabs. And let's say this is number 15. It runs out. It will get a bit odd. You'd want to switch this to a target block. Torch. Or wait, is it even a target block? I think you can just use a full block. No, yeah, it's a target block. It needs to be a target block. Right. Or not. I know there's a way. I'm forgetting. So, boom, 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 boom. I really should review this stuff right before I do a video. But I'm gonna be honest. I always just get lazy and I just go with the flow. I just come up with it on the spot. What block is it? Maybe this. Well, I mean, either way, if you can't extend it out like here, you can do that there, block, and just dust here and continue it. That's one way to do it. Oh, wait, what's an observer? For short ticks, yeah, you can use an observer with a block. And then back to the glass method. That's just for like ticks. If this is only going to be changing state like once. Because if it's like a button press, they're either going to have to account for it later on in the sequence. Because It ticks once, and then it ticks again. So that's there. And then obviously back to the torch method, I just thought of this. You can do this, where it's just that. Don't need to do the other two sides, because that's just like for when you need to flip-flop. And obviously, again, you could do observers, but please don't do that for my sanity. And then a really good way of doing it is either scaffolding, leaves, and walls. So if you have like that, here, let me actually just build this up one. So 1, 2, build up a lot. I broke the wrong thing. Build up a lot, break this block, and put the easiest is a trap door. I mean, you could technically do like a sticky piston and move the block under it away. Because if I grab this observer, or grab a piston, or normal piston, and any block, let's just do a block of coal. Here, place this here, place this just for demonstration that it does in fact change. You flip this trapdoor, it notices that this changed because it changes all the way up. I'll ping it. And then you can build out this way a little bit. There's like a maximum. Yeah, it's right there. You would have to put the observer right here. Because then if you put like a block under this one, then it technically changes and you can't do the whole thing. So boom, boom. And doom. And that moves. That broke for whatever reason. I don't know why that broke. Probably some different. Because that's technically a floating block now, so it removed it. So you gotta keep that accounted for. So that's one way to do it. And then if you collect leaves and place them, if you place leaves by players, don't despawn. They don't decay like normal leaves. So, but they can tell if there's a log nearby. So you place a log nearby. Maybe, yeah, it's gotta be within a certain range. It's much shorter, but it can work in like any direction. It works in like any direction like this. So, there. It also notices that. So it's kind of like scaffolding. I think it's got very similar range. It could just be an alternative method for if you need it. But if you're just going up and down, primarily down, you can do observer here. And let's just do this for that sake. Do that. And then push this back here. Oh shoot. You need to build up these walls first, or just not place that down. So let's just build these up. Alright, because you could already see it working there. So I'm going to take this. That's fine. And then here, 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 here. If you place a block anywhere on here, up and down, it will note, or just down. Yeah, it just goes down. So this is primarily effective for going down. So that all the way down will notice because it changes it. Not up though. For some reason I thought it also worked up, but it just works down. That's my bad. And then there is also one other method. It's pretty laggy. You primarily shouldn't do it over chunks because it can just do like the multiple chunks and despawning stuff. It can get very finicky and mess up. Well, technically there's two, but both of them, yeah, you don't really want to do them over multiple chunks because it gets very finicky with chunk unloading. But if you push this up and then just build a simple flying machine like I talked about in the last video here, boom, 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 there. Did not mean to do that there. Seriously, there. Just build a simple flying machine. And then let's build out a little bit. And then let's do obsidian here. Something that just can't be moved. And grab a redstone block. there. And then right here, if I can place the blocks correctly, place some dust, you can just, boom, flying machine will go. And then once it reaches here, this will stop it, and this will interact with the dust and power it. And then if you need like then there's also mine carts. So if you can just do minecart over a long period, here, if I place this correctly, there, you can place this minecart here, boom, and then that detector will notice the minecart and put out a short signal for as long as the minecart's on there. It's not that efficient, but it's like you're trying to save resources. You can pair rails together, then that is a possibility over long distances too. Obviously not recommended, but it can be done. And there's probably, I know there's more complicated methods with like big machines where you gotta like basically like lag the server for like 1 second to get like wireless redstone to like set it up. But that is very confusing. That's above my pay grade. I want to learn that stuff. I just keep putting it off. So that's like pretty much every method, including the calibrated skulk sensor method, which I talked about in the skulk sensor video, which is earlier on my channel. That really isn't that hard to find. And that's probably about it. Yeah, I think that's it. Well, actually, you also have pressure plates. So if you do like a pressure plate here, you have something drop an item like a drop or whatever, it could fall down and trigger that, but it stays there for 5 minutes unless you do like a wind charge thing. Oh wait, no, wind charges don't affect them. But yeah, that's like every method, I believe, as I scroll down just to double check. Yeah, that's like every like main pretty easy method that like is pretty fail proof. So thank you guys for watching. See you in the next episode. See you tomorrow for Writing Wednesday. Goodbye.